Hello there, chums. John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter here with card layout number 76. This one uses the Gardenia paper pad from first edition. For anyone that's recently been asking, I bought these 6x6 pads in a big massive 70% off sale. So they are lasting me a while, but if they're no longer available, of course, please do just substitute the papers for whatever you would like to use. These are always a guideline rather than the rule. So I've just been showing you there some of the dies, papers and things that I've collected together. I'm going to start this project by creating the card base from some green textured cardstock. I'm cutting it down to 8 by 6 inches and then scoring in half to make a 6 by 4 card. It's my standard go-to size for these layouts at the moment. I keep promising to change it up. Hopefully I will do at some point. Now I'm going to start chopping down the layers. Now in the original sketch that you can see on screen, this layout wasn't included. However, it will be in the free downloadable printable version, which you can collect from my blog, which is at gentlemancrafter.com. Don't put the @ symbol in the browser though, that won't work. www. Do you remember when we were all like, what's that www about? Well, how things have moved on. Anyway, to make the diagonal tops for these particular panels, I'm just measuring and marking 1.5 inches down from the top corners, as these are 1.5 inches wide, and then just chopping that bit off. Fairly simple. Didn't even really need my paper trimmer for that, could have just used scissors. Time to stick things down, I think, next. Oh, actually, maybe not. Totally forgotten what I did. Chopping down the extra panel that I need and realising that I got it wrong. Anyway, there's all my bits cut out. So, time to stick those down. Out with the bookbinding paper, out with the bookbinding glue as usual. Wow, I've used it for 76 videos and suddenly I can't pronounce it. Whoopsie daisy. Anyway, I'm just working these panels from the base to the front. Of course, as ever, if you would like to mix up the layers, feel free. As I'm doing this, let me just say again, thank you very much for all of the comments, likes and subscriptions that you've all been doing on YouTube. I very much appreciate it. I am trying to grow the channel with a variety of different crafts. This year I'm focusing predominantly on card making, and I think this one is one that will stick around as I'm really enjoying it. So do keep those thumbs up and the subscriptions and all that coming. And if you can, and you've got somewhere you can, then please do share. That would be very much appreciated. Okay, a bit of die cutting coming up, so I'll just basically collect things together on the colours that I'm going to use, but then I'll actually just skip ahead, I think. The tag's going to go out of the white card with some inking, not sure about those two bits yet, but the feather, I've already inked up a piece of white cardstock with a blending block. And then, because it was just a bit too bright and not quite in tone with the rest of the colours, I added a little bit of distress ink to it. So there we are, skipping ahead to show what I've been doing. And I've got a circle of that same green card that I used for one of the diagonal layers. And I've already cut a few bits out. Not cut a few bits out. Thought about where I'm going to layer them. So the tag's going to go down first, followed by the circle, which is a background for the nest. Now this is I think it was a Christmas die with all the stars on, but I thought a couple of those would look great as a circular nest. I mean, if you use your imagination. That glue, by the way, in the little bottle is exactly the same bookbinding glue. I've just decanted it into that small bottle because it's got a much finer nib than the big bottle. and that's what I needed. Now, I did suddenly realise at this point I was supposed to put those leaves behind the darker circle, but what I'm going to do is just work them into the nest, as if the birds kind of come along and thought, oh, I need to tart up my nest. So I'm going to decorate it with pretty much whatever I find. And that includes a couple of fern leaves, an acorn, and some leaves. I'm trying to think of the tree that it came off. An oak, an ash. I think it's an oak that acorns come off, innit? Let me know. There's the feather. The original plan, by the way, was to use the colour that's on the background paper, which is like a chestnutty brown. In fact, it is a chestnutty brown. But I thought that was a little bit too dark, and I wanted the feather to stand out from the rest of the stuff. So I think I've done all right. And I've used a bit of that to cut the acorn out as well. So I'm basically picking out detail with colour. I'm going to try and put the tiniest bit of 3D glue gel on the back of that acorn as well. Not always the easiest thing. Yeah, I kind of like that. That'll do. I wanted to stick that leaf down though, because I want to put the sentiment on next. But, uh-oh, that's just a bit too similar to the rest of it. So, I basically quickly went ahead and die cut myself another piece of that orangey cardstock that I was creating. Layered it onto that green. And then used some glue gel to stick it down. There you go, there it is, much better. Oh, I've already told you what's coming up next. Oh well. How's your year of making going? We're halfway through the year, aren't we? Obviously not if you're watching this well after it's been uploaded, but... Okay, there we go. Does it need gems? The eternal question? Nah. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. That's it for this time. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And for more from me in the future, please remember to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.